Hi, I'm Glenn Heemstra. We're at Future in Review 2009. We're talking to fire starter companies, companies that have been selected because they have unique solutions to significant problems in the world. Right now I'm talking to Lorenzo Mejia from a company called Simtone. And Simtone's involved with this term that we hear a lot about, but most of us really don't know much about it yet, called cloud computing. Let's start there. What is cloud computing all about?
Glenn, thanks. Cloud computing refers to a tendency that's taking place where instead of having a computer in our hands or under our desk, all the computing intelligence and knowledge gets moved into a data center and we can access it on the fly, seamlessly, anywhere we go. And the analogy I like to use is we're familiar with electricity, where we walk into a room, flip a switch. The user doesn't care if the electricity is being generated across the street or around the world. They just get the electricity and they use it and they pay for it. And that's what cloud computing is really about.
And what is Simtone's unique role then within this larger field of cloud computing? What is it that you're going to be doing or the problem you're solving?
Well, what happens is when you start moving, think if you have your PC today that's in your hands, if you move that into a data center so that you really don't have the thing in your hands anymore, you need a way to access it. And the solutions that exist today are very, very expensive. They work for an enterprise. It's not a mass market solution. So as a result, cloud computing is very expensive. We solve this. We've created a technology, a software platform that solves this and makes it very, very low cost so that anyone can access their cloud computer over any broadband network. And the benefits are seamless mobility, a very simple user experience, and ultra low cost.
So as a user, what would I actually then physically use to access this cloud or my material in the cloud? Would I use a handheld device? Would I use a computer sitting in a kiosk somewhere? Or are there any simple or clear answers to that?
Well, great question. You need a device, and many of the devices, they need a keyboard, they need a monitor, so they will look like computers, but they're completely dumb terminals. Our software turns existing devices into dumb terminals. So part of the value proposition we bring is that you can use any device, and you can use cell phones, and you could use existing laptops, or you can use things that are just boxes connected to monitors.
So how big is this need in the world to access your data in this kind of way?
Well, the need is huge if you look at it in this case. You have 5-6 billion people in the world today, and out of those, maybe 500 million have computers. So there's 5 billion people in the world that really don't have adequate computing resources. People who can't afford it, people who don't have the technological expertise to provision and manage computers. And the game-changing opportunity that we see is to bring cloud computing to the masses. There are huge opportunities in the educational market where students now can have low-cost, centrally administered computers that they can take with them, starting from kindergarten till they graduate from college. And it doesn't matter where they are. They can log on from any device and always access the documents and the projects and the presentations that we're working on. Of course, it goes beyond that. Enterprises clearly have huge interest in this. It gives them an opportunity to save money. And the last thing we do is by putting all this into the data center, it becomes much more secure. People don't think so. But the way things work today is you have a lot of information on your PC. If you lose that, if you spill coffee on it, you could be in big trouble. If it's stolen, you possibly have put your company at risk. With our technology, everything remains inside the data center and is ultra secure. The firewall is effectively closed. So security is a huge value proposition as well, and it just happens to be something that a lot of people like to hear.
Sounds good. And who is the direct market for Simtone?
Well, the key market for us is the network operator, or really the big telcos, companies like AT&T, Telstra in Australia, Verizon, Orange, Telefonica, companies like that. And there's a reason why this is. What we do is we take the intelligence that used to sit in the desktop, in your PC, and put it into the network so that the session is created and set up and managed. So you can access your services on a dumb device because that intelligence now sits in the network. So you need the power of a network to really get low cost and scalability. So that's our target market.
So when you look 2 or 3 years down the road, what are you seeing? What are your hopes and dreams in the company?
Oh, this is an enormous market, and it's being validated already. The key driver is ubiquitous, high-quality bandwidth. In the United States, we're a little bit behind the curve, but a lot of my customers are in Europe and in Asia, where bandwidth is just a no-brainer. I mean, it exists. One of my customers has rolled out a wireless network across their territory that's greater than 21 megabits per second. When you have that kind of pipe, you don't need to, connecting to something that's 500 miles away is effortless, and it changes the dynamic incredibly. So what do I see? I mean, I see cloud computing becoming the way people will compute, and I think that given what the value we bring, that Simtone will have an exciting opportunity in that as well.
Well, it sounds terrific. Good luck. It really does sound great. I appreciate it. I've been talking with Lorenzo Mejia of Simtone. I'm Glenn Heemster. We're at Future in Review 2009.